Hey, it's Acaila here. Welcome to the third video on beating Heroic Maexxna with every class. So we're going for a Pally. It is a customized Pally deck that we're working with, and I'll show you through that at the end. Pally I thought would be more challenging, probably because I tried it with my stock Pally deck quite early on in my 2 hours of frustration before I beat her, and my stock deck didn't work too well against her. I don't normally play a lot of secrets when I'm playing a Paladin. It makes a lot of sense though with this encounter to grab a couple. So in terms of my choices here, it's not terrible. I could get worse, which is why I'm keeping it. As much as I might want a Pocket Priest hanging out there, you could get worse. I'm gonna hold on to that Repentance for a little bit for now, just because with the Pyro that could be a useful spell. So Maexxna's opening move seems to be this coining out a Haunted Creeper probably about 80% of the time. She does do some other weird things though. So what we're probably going to see here is a 4th Creeper come out now. Yeah. And as you can probably guessed by the way that I'm talking, I'm not recording this audio live. It is being watched at the same time, so if things seem a little bit, out of normal flow of things, that would be why. So this is kind of a fairly decent way to burn them down, and I'm actually a really big fan of killing these spiders so that I've only got 7 minions wailing on me. And we're really lucky that we caught the Shade of Naxx like that. So we're going to do the same thing now. We're going to Wild Pyro, but this time we'll Holy Light. So we'll top our health up a little bit, and then we'll have a board that's made of 7/1/1 minions. And that is going to be, well, that's a lot of damage to take on board when I don't have any of my pocket healers at the moment. It's better than the alternative, i.e. something bigger to smash you. So what have we got still? So we can clear the board with a Consecrate. Not really sure that that's the best thing at this stage, but mind you, the longer that this 7 goes on, we're going to be... yeah, let's clear the board. The longer that the 7 wailing on us goes on, the more cards that Maexxna is actually going to be building, so we may as well start to hit her a little bit, whittle down the playing field. Now, I don't actually think I managed to play that Avenging Wrath at all. Just a bit silly. So we don't want to kill this ambusher yet, because we might want him to return whatever the hell it is that he puts out next back. So we'll just leave him on 1. So that if something like Sea Giant was to come out, although mana-wise we're only on 6 and that is the sole minion out. But if something nasty that we didn't particularly like came out, we could get it returned. Double Direwolf, that's pretty nasty, but I think what we'll probably do at this point in time is Consecrate. Clear the board again. If it was a single Direwolf, I'd go for killing the ambusher with the Elven Archer, but I think we've just got to clear things off. And it means we'll only have 1 spider. Oh, we should. No. Order of summoning things. That's not fair. I'm not going to put that noble sacrifice up yet, because we want it to be something that matters. I'm going to summon a new minion so that I'm building a hand of 1/1s, like the board of 1/1s that Maexxna has. So this is a pretty good position as far as health status and games go, to be here at sort of going into the 8 mana with 20 still. Mind you, the 2 bigger heals that I have in the Pally, the Holy Lights I've used, I couldn't really justify taking Lay on Hands. Simply the sheer cost of it, and also the drawing of cards. It's not really advantageous to actually pick up cards at this stage of the game. Your hand gets too full and they get burnt when you're having minions sent back to you. So yeah, the big heals are out of the way. I have taken one Guardian, but then again he costs 7, so healing gets a little bit tricky there. I guess Guardian and Earthen Ring, though, you could be healing for 9 every single turn with the sort of 7 minions out, so you wouldn't be doing any damage whatsoever to Maexxna, but you'd be staying ahead of the curve, and you could just play a war of attrition, fatigue attrition. I might attempt that with the Pally, just for the sake of fun. Later on. It's probably worth doing the equality at this point in time, and sacrificing our Elven Archer for the sake of equality. So we get rid of the 4/4 and the 8/8 in one hit. I know we're destroying 3 of our own minions, but we're getting rid of 12 damage off the board. So I might pop my weapon on.
For justice. Job done.
So she's getting low on cards, and what I've seen in my games last night when all of these were recorded is that she gets to a stage where she just puts everything she has out. We're not there yet. I think this is probably worth cracking out the Avenging Wrath, just because the Shade gets to 3 damage before it hits us, and that's not really fair. So we'll get rid of those 2. She's down to 1 card. We've got a couple of little minions that we can put out, and we'll save the Repentance for when we have a Pyro out. She doesn't have really a lot that she can play. Oh, should have put the Repentance out. That's a little bit unlucky. But we do have a Noble Sacrifice up, so that's going to be a 3/3 pretty quickly. I should summon another 1/1.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I don't really want to risk my mind control tech or anything out in case I need it. Okay, so leaving that on 1 health, it's going to attack my face because that is Maexxna's MO, and it's going to die. And there'll be the little 1/2 sludge afterwards. Oh, nice. Her never-ending gargoyle of health is now not particularly healthy. Alright. So we'll get rid of that taunt, and then we can actually just start some killing.
Reporting for duty.
Put out as many minions as possible because things don't matter. I might hold off on the Pyro, keep the Pyro in the pocket for a little while, just so if a Noble Sacrifice or a Repentance or something comes up, I'm not suiciding all of my guys to get him out. And look, the likelihood of a Sea Giant at this stage is pretty low, and I need some more damage on her face. This Pally deck I have built, I actually, last attempt, we fatigued to death. So now the web spinner here, something I didn't realise, it's actually not a card, it doesn't pull a card from her deck, it pulls any random beast card at all. So that's pretty powerful. If you manage to get that little guy on a mind control tech pull, you have ended up with, could be the beast, it could be King Crush, could be anything. But she suicides them pretty quickly in order to get those random cards. As much as Aldor will probably be lost to this, I'm going to do the equality. I should probably kill that web spinner so that Aldor doesn't die, because that's what you do. But I'm gonna take the gamble, hope that Aldor gets sent back. No, mind control tech does. Which is alright, because if Maexxna was to suddenly pull out a draw 4 cards from her hat, yeah, so that's the random beast that she got, Scavenging Hyena, which is really good that the early spider phase is over, because spiders count as beasts. Yeah, I just don't have a lot of heavy hitting minions in this deck. That's the reason why we had a fatigue out of damage. Maexxna was down to 2 health and we died to fatigue damage. Purely, we were sitting on a wild pyromancer and equality too. Yeah, purely from the couple of Hammer of Wraths. That was the difference. 2 Hammer of Wraths. Ooh, so now that we've actually got spiders out, we do need to kill that hyena.
I'll give it a shot.
I probably didn't need to sacrifice her, but I guess I do want these 2 guys back into my hand. And we've pulled one of our Earthen Ring Farseers now, which is great. So we're actually probably going to end this game on very close to full health, if not full health. And I guess that's the real trick with this fight. When you're coming across Maexxna, don't be scared by early damage, provided you've got sort of your heals and your minion strategy, because early damage means nothing. It would have been nice to have gotten our Outdoor Peacekeeper back, because that 4/6 could actually cause us some problems. I find that in all of her deck, even the Sea Giants, I find that those Spectral guys are pretty damn hard to come up against. So I might just burn a couple of minions.
To battle! Reporting for duty.
Maexxna's not going to have anything worthy of mind controlling anytime soon, because she's top decking, so we're in a pretty good position, and I can get rid of that guy if he becomes problematic. But I'm really close to having lethal there too, so let's pop up the Knife Juggler, kill some minions off while I heal myself, hopefully. Yep, one little spider.
Reporting for duty.
No, not a spider. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
To battle!
Alright, next healer. And whether we put out Pyro or not.
Last warning! To battle!
Yeah, let's sacrifice that. Put out Pyro. Hope to get lucky. Yay! Okay, I don't care which minions you choose to kill, Maexxna. You have died and I am on 30 health. Take that. Giant spider! Yeah, I don't know about Kel'Thuzad's evil laugh at the beginning either. It's not all that convincing.
Put this apple on your head.
Putting a wall up when you're almost dead. What are you, a druid? But I might not finish on full health, and that's my aim. This is rather depressing. Alright. Peacekeeper. Oh, so close. We'll sacrifice a little healer. Ah yes, finishing on full health. Death by Knife Juggler. I think this is the second game I've just ended with Death by Knife Juggler. That little guy has got some power. Alright, be back to talk about the deck in a tick. Okay, so the deck. Repentance in combination with Elven Archer, really overpowered. And we've got the Wild Pyromancer equality for the board clear, and Outdoor Peacekeeper that keeps coming back into your hand, damage mitigation. So I've got a couple of big guys, Guardian for a big heal, and Argent Commander as sort of a bigger hit. It's hard to get these guys out, but they do still have enough utility to be worth a part of the deck. We've got the standard healers, and then a couple of Holy Lights as well. Really, it's just about Knife Jugglers for the extra 1 damage for all of her minions. Taken a couple of weapons as well, a couple of Consecrates, and our Peacekeeper.